Hey guys, this is Zelda Master 93 back again just to do another video game review. Now, just over Christmas, I got a new game, Red Steel 2, and I beat it a couple weeks ago, but I mean, I kind of went back and just beat it again, just because it was a really good game. I mean, uh, there was plenty of plus is to the whole thing, among them being how good the controls were. I mean, as with the Wii, I mean, whenever you do something that's a kind of, very in-depth game that needs like really fine-tuning of moves, you need to be, pretty precise on your movements to do what it wants you to do. A lot of times, well, not a lot of times, but very, very seldom it misreads your movements, and that happened occasionally. I'd like go to like swing down, and it kind of thought it was a stab, and then it did a stab, and it didn't do the swing down, and thus my whole move was completely shot, and that kind of sucked. But that really did not happen all that much. Most of the time, I just did the move correctly, executed it, good. So what else was there? Oh yes, uh, it's kind of weird, but the sword play in this game actually does really remind me of the sword play in Wii Sports Resort. If you go in that and you go in uh, the the mode where you run around and you hit the people, and you only have like 3 hearts, and you gotta kill all the people or knock them out, quote unquote, because you're not killing anybody. Heaven forbid you do that in a E-rated game. But if you gotta get to the end of the level without getting hit 3 times, and that really reminded me of that. I really enjoyed that in Resort. I loved running around and hitting people upside the head with a long plastic stick that was really hard, just going oh, that was good fun. And this just took it to a whole new level because it's much more violent, much more graphic, and just about 10 times better in that sense. But what else was there? Oh yes, the visuals. It was a really cool art style. I mean, some people might consider it kind of weird because it is kind of weird. It's kind of not kind of freaky. It's kind of like what people thought of the toon shading in Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker. Some people loved it, and other people like despised it. And I love the art style in Wind Waker, and I loved it here. Really good. It was really sweet. The action in the sword play was amazing. When I got into a fight, I had such good fun, just going into it and then just destroying everybody. Just running in there, just, just pretty much wailing on everybody. It was really good fun. And the fact that you can also shoot as well is a really cool idea, just because you can hit someone a couple times to remove their armor and then pull out the shotgun and blast them square in the face. And they topple, they're dead, and then you go on to the next guy. And it's just really fun just to, hack and shoot and shoot and hack, and then, a little bit of both, and then go back to the shoot. No, wait, no. It just, so many options. That's another good thing about this game is just the sheer amount of options that you have. You have 4 guns, you have, like, so many hidden strikes, you have so many Kusagari powers, you have, just so many options. Which is a good thing, but it kind of gets, like, what do I do? I'll go this. And the music is another good one. It was really cool music. I mean, especially during the fights, you got into it, and you're just, just really, it's really good to have, like, good music to dance to, or just, jam to when you're fighting, just because then you can, you're fighting, you're, having a good time listening to music, and it's just a really good mix when those two come together, and I think they really handle that very well with the music. The kind of weird blend of Western style and, more modern music was a very good blend, in my opinion. Also, the amount of upgrades you could buy was amazing. It's just you got so many hidden strikes, you got so many Kusagari powers, you got like a ton load of katana upgrades. There's so many upgrades to the Kusagari powers themselves, not all of which I actually got at the end of the game. There's the 4 guns, and then there's like a crap load of upgrades for the guns. It's like 7 upgrades for each gun, and then you can do a couple upgrades on each of the like ammo. So I mean, you could just get so much. It's just so. What do you spend your money on? I don't know. You could get a sword upgrade. You could get a hidden strike. You could get a new gun, or you could get upgrade one of the guns you had. It's kind of a bad thing when you have that many options, because you're kind of like confused. You're like, kind of like, what do you buy? What do you, I don't know, it can get kind of confusing in that sense, but I'd say, the pros outweigh the cons in that area. Yeah, so, I mean, the guns were really cool. I mean, the pistol was good just for, sharpshooting the sheriff stars, because those are pretty freaking hard to hit some of the time, and you need a good gun that has a lot of ammo, so if you miss, it's not going to really hinder you much, but also it needs good accuracy, so you can actually hit the thing and not, shoot, close to, or kind of far, and then you missed it, and no. So the long arm is good for that. The shotgun is obviously good for close encounters, and just, they get too close, you pull out the shotgun, you blast them in the face, and then, you go on. Very fun. And the Johnny gun is just good for, there's a whole group of enemies, and you just pull out the Johnny gun, and you just kind of like mow them down, gangsta style. Oh yeah. And then the rifle is just, the Sidewinder is just amazing. Once you get the last upgrade to it, I'm not going to tell, because for anybody who hasn't played the game. But the final upgrade to that is really cool. It improves the performance on that gun beyond belief. I mean, I've ran out of ammo on that thing so quickly. I'd be shooting like this big group of guys, and like, oh crap, I'm out of ammo. Rats. I was having too much fun with it. So I think that's all the good things that I can think of it, but a bad thing on it is the fact that there's so much money you have to collect. I mean, let's see, I think the Sidewinder itself was $120,000, which is a lot of money, and it took me an extremely long amount of time just to collect that much money. I mean, even though I pillaged everything, I mean, they give you a lot of opportunities to pillage. I mean, there's lots of garbage bags, and just boxes and crates and barrels and bags and curtains and things you shoot open, and you get like $1,000 for each one, sometimes 2, sometimes 3, and there's so much money you can get. Just, you can easily get up to like a couple $1,000s within a couple minutes, if you destroy everything and you see in sight and get all the money from it. But just to get everything, you have to like break almost everything you see. You just have to break that and that and that and that and that. And some of the time I'd just be like, I don't want to break things. I don't want to destroy things. I just want to get on. I want to fight things. I want to, get onto them with mission. I don't want to stand here and slash at bags and boxes and get money, So, I mean, I kind of was annoyed with that. But it wasn't too much of a problem. For the most part, it was there, but it wasn't really that big of a deal. But also, there was challenge mode, which allowed you to go back to previous chapters in the game, and that was really cool because you got all the big weapons, and you got the good sword with like top of the line damage, and you got like fully upgraded guns, and I love going back there and just blowing away everybody. It was really amusing, just because, you know, these people cause you so much pain and trouble in the beginning of the game, and then you're going back there and you're owning them and just getting your revenge for their stupid jerkness. So, overall, to draw this review to a close, this is actually a very long review, much longer than all my other ones have been. But to draw it to a close, it was a very good game. I really do recommend it for anybody out there. I mean, if you hate first-person shooters or first-person games in general, you're probably not going to like it, because it is all situated in first person. But if you are not really against first-person games, then you will love it, because I had a blast playing it. I beat it within a couple of days of getting it after Christmas, and then I went back and played it again just because it was that much fun. So, anyway, this is Zelda Master 93, and I will see you guys later.